What's up? Welcome back. I'm finally recording part 2 of the Texas Jerusalem Crossroads album reaction from Live to Experience. I'm super excited to finally be getting to the second half of this video. It's taken me so long and I apologize for that, but I've seen the support I've gotten, the views and the comments, and it's just crazy. I didn't think anyone was going to see this, but that's amazing to see and it really makes me want to keep doing this. Yeah, first half of the album, I really loved it. I thought it was an interesting mix of genres, obviously with a hard rock, fuzzy, almost shoegaze vibe to it, along with the self-referencing of the band and the making of the album and all of the religious allusions. It's really just something I haven't experienced before, and I think that's kind of one of the points of the album. Yeah, I really don't know what to expect. I still have a lot of the album to go. It's an hour and a half, so, got about half of that left. So I'm looking at the last song here. It's 29 minutes. I don't even know what to think about that, but we're going to go ahead and get back into it and just kind of record my thoughts, and hopefully you guys enjoy and it's entertaining, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I believe the last song I listened to in part 1 was Waiting to Hit, which I really liked. It was one of my favorite songs. So we're gonna go into the next song here, The Ground Is So Soft, and excited to get back into it. Let's jump right back in. Turn it up a little bit. So a lot of these just kind of twinkly guitars like in the first half. It's very atmospheric. Starting to build up a little maybe. Bass starting to come in. Okay. Starting to have a little rhythm to it. Oh. It's definitely starting to build up. Got the lyrics pulled up too, so I'm gonna be kind of reading them as we go at certain points at least. I feel like I don't have much to say yet. I'm just kind of getting back into the world of the album, I think. So just kind of letting the atmosphere hit me and see how I feel. Damn, I really like those lyrics right there. Holy shit. Oh my god. Dude, the horror soundtrack violins in the background. This is so cinematic. I think I said that a little in the first half, but it's incredibly cinematic. Just so wild. I definitely have to get back into the world of the album before I can really feel it. Alright, that's all the lyrics for this one, so it's gonna be instrumental from here on out, I think. I'm getting a sense that there's kind of a couple different kinds of songs they have in this album, and they have these they're very grand and long. Oh, whoa. Okay, I got a little interrupted there. Oh my god. And it's like these these songs without really any drums or like backing beat, and I'm just hearing this very, I don't know how to explain it, this very just kind of like enveloping, washing over me, and without the drums, it's very just like overwhelming. It's almost like it's trying to bring you into this religious experience and almost hypnotize you. This one's really just swirling with the guitars. I do like this section though. This is very cool. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite section of this song. Just really taking me, just washing me away in the waves. We're gonna see if this transitions to the next track. I have a feeling it will, so we'll see. Alright, let's see, how's this gonna transition? Alright, so that one didn't really transition into the next track, so I am going to pause for a second and then start the next track. Yeah, so what do I have to say about that one? I mean, I loved that final section there with the swirling guitars. Almost sounded like there was like a phaser effect on the guitars there that really gave it that swirling back and forth sound. Super cool from a production standpoint, and again, it's one of the songs on this album that's it's long and it's very heavy on the narrative and the dialogue, so to speak. It's part of just adding to the whole really like world building of the album, which is not something that every album has, like a sense of world building. So it's a unique thing about this album, and I think it just kind of contributes to when you go into those more punchy, heavier hitting songs, it's kind of like it's still in the back of your mind, all of the lore, so to speak. So yeah, all right, excited to hear what this next one sounds like. It is the most played song on the album, so let's see. Ooh, I like where this is going already. Oh yeah. Turning this up a little. Oh man, I love that riff. That's so catchy. Oh, what? What the hell? That was sick. What was that? Oh my god. I have to go back and listen to that. Oh my god, that caught me off guard. What was that? Woo. Oh, I love this one so far. Oh my god, the countdown. Where are we going? Woo! I love this doubling up of the vocals, the background vocals here. Man, those drums just get me moving every time. Oh. Again, like, referring to the band itself in the album, so crazy. Again, it's the lyrics end like halfway through. It's a recurring theme on this album, and then it's just instrumental for like 5 minutes. We'll see. A lot of build-ups. Man, it's honestly impressive how they're able to get this full of a sound. It's just completely enveloping and overwhelming. The way they use drums and percussion in this album are so interesting as well. It's really just another texture, and all of the ambient cymbal work and everything is really just all for the atmosphere. It's really interesting. And then when they are used for rhythm and in a more traditional sense, it just hits so hard. I love it. I want more of that. I wonder what that sound effect is in the background. Sounds like a train, maybe? On the tracks? There's really a lot of sections of this album where there's not a super discernible rhythm or like tempo, and it's just very loose and building. It's really just interesting because I as I'm getting more like deeper into this album, I'm just realizing this is just kind of, there's like a pattern here, and it's not what I expected at all. So that's really, I thought maybe it was just some of the songs in the first half, but it's continuing. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be a consistent thing with this album, and I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about it. I think I'm gonna have to, I'll give a recap at the end about everything, and I think it might need some time to grow on me too. But all right, I absolutely loved the first half of that song, and also a section towards the end. We're gonna see if this one does transition into the next. Maybe it seems like it's going to. Oh yeah, okay. Nope, it just cuts off super abruptly. All right, When We Shall Touch. Just gonna let it play into the next one. This is a shorter track. Don't really know what to make of a lot of these lyrics so far. Oh yeah, I was not expecting this. Never know when they're gonna kick it into full gear. There's a lot to take in here. I think it seems like maybe these are direct quotes from the Bible, and it is a really interesting juxtaposition with the music, to just in the way he's reading them over and kind of singing. I like it. I like it. The way they do these kind of transitions, just incredible. Really one of my favorite aspects of this album. When they get this halftime, not really halftime, but this slower groove. I guess the vocals are kind of halftime. It's my favorite. Oh man, those harmonies, the background vocals. I'm just being taken away by this right now. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna pause for a second. Actually, I really liked that track. I wasn't sure at first if it was gonna be kind of similar to the 6th track. just like a lot of build up and explaining the backstory and everything. The second half of that track was incredible. Every aspect of it, from the drums bringing in that slower tempo and the singing kind of going to halftime there, and the harmonies with the background vocals at the end, and even that like kind of guitar texture at the very end, I loved. So yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah, that was honestly one of my favorite tracks so far. That and These Are the Days. So those two back to back. I'm just gonna like those kind of Waiting to Hit as well. I honestly forget what some of these first couple tracks sound like at this point. I think these four are my favorites so far that I have liked here. So you go to the next one. We got 3 tracks left, although the last one is 30 minutes long. Just let that sink in. Down with the Prophets, next track here. The last 3 tracks on here do not have as many plays as the earlier ones, so yeah, I don't think a lot of people are getting this deep in the album compared to the earlier tracks. But all right, so this is track 9, Down with the Prophets.
Stubborn horses standing on the lead road. No other forces but you keep holding back off God's track.
This one already has a different sound to it. I like it. I hope they keep going with this sound in this song.
Headed to Texas where it's safe and dry. The ground is rough, but so is life. And the same sure life. First, here's my body,
I love I don't know if it's violin or something in the background. This is just, it's perfect with this atmosphere. I know I'm saying atmosphere a lot. It's just an easy way to describe what's going on here. Interesting lyrics here. I like that. Oh, this is just... See, this is beautiful. I love this instrumentation here. Really bringing in the country, bluegrass, southern vibe here. It's an interesting vocal processing on the vocals here. Interesting effects. It sounds kind of buried in lo-fi a little bit. It's interesting, but I think it works with this instrumentation. Repeating this line over and over again. Down with the Prophets. Again, I wish I, was just knew more about religion and Christianity, and a lot of this it goes over my head, unfortunately, but I'm still enjoying it and trying to just piece together what I do see and what I do recognize. It's slowing things down a little bit. Again, love the violin in this song. Interesting. This is a really interesting lyric here. Crazy section there with the lyrics. I love the imagery here. This is a really beautiful section. When the rock starts to roll. Great wordplay there. Wow, that's some crazy wordplay, honestly. I have to say, I think some of my favorite lyrics on the album so far are on this track. Some really just incredible wordplay and imagery that I was not expecting. some more just great lyricism, the imagery. When the room really starts to buzz, I can really feel that. And yeah, some of my favorite lyrics on that track. I want to see where this goes. To guard and to guide you. I'm gonna let this just play into it. All right. Then we'll take a pause before the final track there. It's a behemoth, 30-minute behemoth. Something I will say about this album is it's certainly patience testing. But it's patience testing, but there's a lot of moments that really pay off, and if you really just let yourself just get enveloped by it and sink into the atmosphere and the story, those moments really pay off a lot. So I do have to give them that.
To Mexico, Texas is the rock. To lift you up when your worlds collide with the angels to God and the angels to guide upon this.
I love the drums on this section. It's a hard album to react to, I think, honestly, because I'm paying so much attention to the lyrics and trying to piece together the story. Whoa. Again, this drumming coming back. I love it.
When your heart hears the call, feels the weight of the fall, the gravity of life's circumstance pulls you down. Follow your fate to the Lone Star State. Join us as we sing along. Angel of God, my guardian dear.
Another just drum freak out here. Damn. Interesting. Breaking things down here. I like that. I like that line a lot. I really want to see how this is going to go into the final song, if there's going to be a transition.
As for me and my house, we will not go gently at the time and beg for the angels to guard and to guide.
All right, that feels like a fitting transition into the last track here. No lyrics on this one. I'm not sure if it's entirely instrumental. That would be crazy, but it's possible. I think I'm going to have to take a break before I go into this final track, even though I wouldn't normally do this, but 30 minutes, and yeah, I think I just need a little refresher to come back full steam and really be able to enjoy it and also to really like be able to analyze and experience, honestly, just experience the full track. So yeah, but I mean, so far I did like that last track. I liked the last two, not as much as I liked the two before that, but you know, it's like I said, it's certainly a patience testing album, which, you know, is tough sometimes, especially when you're trying to do a reaction and you don't have a lot to say at certain points because you're reading the lyrics and there's just so much going on with the story. But there are these really rewarding moments that I really enjoy, and you know, even the sections that slow down a bit and I'm kind of just focused on, I'm still just fully in the story, and I think just the production has a lot to do with how effective that is. It's great production all around, and there's some incredible sections that are just mesmerizing. So excited and nervous to go into this final track. I'm gonna take a little break and come back to it, and I'll see you guys when I come back from the break, and we'll finish this out. All right, back from my break. Let's go into the final track, Into the Storm. Again, this is a 29-minute track, and Spotify has no lyrics, so woo! Oh my god. Okay. Not expecting that. That came out of nowhere. Oh my god.
Tell your mother you won't be home for Christmas this year.
Whoa. This is a crazy time signature. I can't figure out where the groove is.
South for the promised land.
Oh, this is heavy again. We're getting back to the real heavy stuff. Man, this is really intense. Whoa.
It's gonna be tickets.
Those little detuned guitars with this odd time signature. Not what I was expecting going into the last track, but I'm here for it. Nice harmony here. Nice vocal layering. Damn. Wow. This one's intense. This one's a little angry.
It's fine.
Throwing a hat. So that feels kind of like the first section there. Okay. Okay. I really like this little refrain here. We shall be free, repeating. I really like that with this instrumentation. More spoken word. I love this section here. This is just repeating. I'm ascending. Oh yeah. Keep it going. Keep it going. This goes. They're keeping it going for sure. It's going on for a couple minutes now. I love it though. This just feels like if you've ever been to church, that just like a part of the sermon or the whatever, where they're just repeating this phrase over and over again, and you're just like, I don't go to church, I'm not religious or anything, but I've been, and I feel like I'm getting that vibe here.
My soul was a burden, bruised and bleeding. It was tired of the man who carried it, but I found no place to set it down to rest. Neither the charm of the countryside nor the sweet sense of the garden soothed it. And Augustine
Is it still the vocalist in the background here? Sounds like it could be someone else, different voice. I'm not sure though. I like that section too though, with the continuing with the background. We shall be free with the spoken word. And there's the second section, kind of, or maybe that entire thing is the first section, however you want to take it. But still got another 18 minutes left. That was a nice 10-minute chunk there, but some of the best stuff I've heard so far on this album was in that 10 minutes. That was incredible. And bit of silence here. I wonder if I might be proven wrong, but sometimes when the albums are on Spotify like this, the gap is basically before the hidden track or like a secret track on a CD or a vinyl. Sometimes they just have like a long period of silence, so I'm not sure if that's the case for this. I'm gonna see if something else comes in here. If not, I'll skip around a bit and see where something else comes in. So far, still silence. It's gotta be something. There's 17 minutes left. Yeah, I'm skipping around now and it's still silent, so I'm thinking maybe it's a hidden track towards the end, maybe just a bunch of silence. Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. All right, I'm gonna start it right at 24. 20, nope, 20, there we go, 24. Boom. Heard something else come in here, so we're gonna see. I think it's a hidden track. Whoa, this sounds ominous. This sounds a little evil, a little spooky. Oh my god. I do feel like we're going into the storm now. Absolutely. Speeding up. Almost tribal, these drums. Sounds like swans or something. I think it's speeding up again. Oh, it's definitely speeding up. Oh my god, this is crazy. Is it like triplets or something on the drums? This is crazy. Seriously, this sounds like something from like Swans or Godspeed right here. This is crazy. Slowing back down now. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Well, there you go, folks. That is the Texas Jerusalem Crossroads for you right there. Had to break it into two parts like this. Like I said, it's a long long album, and it is certainly a patience tester at points. And you know that it's tough. Like I think that overall it really is an amazing experience, and I loved a lot of parts of it. It was a bit, like I said, patience testing at points, and I think it's harder too when I'm always trying to think of stuff to say. If I was just listening to this, I think I'd be able to maybe get a little more taken away by it, and kind of the time would pass faster, but I'm more conscious of how much time is passing, and I think that was a little detrimental, but I don't really think it's the album's fault. I think it's just the context of how I'm listening to it, but overall still really loved it. Loved the last track too. So overall, my favorite tracks: Falling from Cloud 9, absolutely, Waiting to Hit, amazing, These Are the Days, and We Shall Touch from this section, the second half. Both of those were amazing as well. And yeah, the last track here, Into the Storm, with its different sections. Yeah, the last section there was really intense. It was very ominous, which I wasn't expecting, because there wasn't really anything quite, dark sounding up to this point, at least not instrumentally. That took me off guard, and I really enjoyed it though, and I think it really just wrapped everything together there at the end. I wish I had lyrics for this one. I could probably find them online somewhere, but they weren't on Spotify, so I didn't see them while I was listening to it. But yeah, this is already going to be a long enough video as it is. So those are pretty much my thoughts. I mean, I guess to sum things up, very like lore heavy, if you will. There's a lot of story here. There's a lot of spoken word and dialogue that could really, you could really spend a lot of time piecing together. But obviously the religious allusions are there. I feel a lot of American Christianity reflected in this album, and a lot of talk about saving and rescuing, and it feels like the protagonist here is trying to find salvation, trying to find God through music, through Texas, the Lone Star State, baby. But no, for real, really a kind of a spiritual roller coaster ride of an album here, spanning a lot of different aspects of the human experience, and I think it really is a feat of rock music. It's almost a rock opera, or something along those lines. Very, very much a concept album, and it's really impressive what they were able to do here. So yeah, I think those are kind of my final thoughts, and hope you enjoyed watching this part 2, and I'm gonna get this out as soon as possible. It's been too long since the first part, so hopefully you guys are still sticking around to watch this one, and hopefully you'll see it pop up on your feed and check it out. So thanks everyone that watched the first part. Again, I got more support on it than I thought I would, which is incredible, and really just makes me want to continue doing this. So yeah, keep up the views and the comments, and make sure to give it a like and subscribe, and yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.